everybody. Welcome to Impossible Coin. So, somewhere in Ohio is somebody who was convinced that I didn't need my eardrums when I launched Skype this morning. Tegan Somerset.
What? Me? Are you accusing me of blowing out your eardrums by screaming? What? Like, does that not happen every week?
Like, I literally answered the call, didn't even get hello, didn't get, like, words strung together that humans would say. It was just, like, unstoppable, unbidden screaming. That was what I got when I answered the phone.
What was I screaming about?
I have no idea. I was just going. There was no context.
I think you might have been screaming about... It was before the Sonic thing.
Yeah, it was before Facebook sent me into a wave of feels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was screaming about something.
Just
Whatever.
about something, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. True enough. And then somewhere in West Texas,
Hey.
the Rocky Hardy picture show.
Oh, man. Was that going to be my thing for Halloween?
Yes, it was, motherfucker.
You should have saved it for next year.
No, Tegan, why do that when I can make him feel bad now?
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I was, like, dead. Went to, like, a handful of parties. It got wild.
A handful of parties.
Hey.
I want to know what it's like to be to one party.
Oh my god, I can't remember being that young.
That's because you're like 1,000, Brian.
A handful of parties, Jesus Christ.
I've never been to a handful of parties. Usually I just go to one. And yeah, that's it. 'Cause nobody wants to travel after they start drinking.
Oh,
No, I definitely feel that. But, like...
yeah, because then,
pretty
like,
good with
you
DPs.
feel all dried out, and you gotta go to the bathroom, and then you go to bed.
What?
You don't...
Oh.
Does nobody feel dried out when they start drinking? Just like somebody's just, like, pulled all of the liquid out of them?
Do you not also drink water while you drink, Brian?
Oh, Tegan, great news for you.
No. I don't think
You're going to reach a point where that doesn't help.
Oh,
What?
no, really? That sounds
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Bull. I call bull.
No. There's a point where your knees hurt, nothing helps. There's a point where when you drink, you get dried out. There's a point where when you stay up late, no amount of sleeping in offsets it.
Somehow I feel like, the drinking and getting dried out thing isn't going to be a problem for me. Because I've seen my mom get turned on a Tuesday.
Oh, snap.
And she's fine the next day.
I've never seen my mom
She's just
get turned
like,
on a Tuesday.
she's just like, yeah, I just drank half a bottle of cranberry juice and I'm good. And I'm like, okay.
That's cool. Shoutouts to her. Shoutouts to Mama Somerset. And I got home around like 5 a.m. and I had
Oof.
I had my crazy alarm like screaming at me, and it's just like, hey, what's 93 times 4 plus 72? And I'm like, fuck, dude, what? Like, and I couldn't do it. And I was so tired that even though my phone was actively screaming at me to solve this math problem, I fell asleep again. I didn't wake up till like 3, I think. Wasn't my finest hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually have a darker possibility, which you may have not considered.
Mm-hmm.
What if it was your finest hour and you'll never know?
What do you mean?
Oh,
I mean, I've already
slept through it.
Exactly.
But I've had finer hours. Also,
You
like,
don't know.
I've slept through. But I mean, I know my peak is definitely higher than that. That's what I'm saying. Like, so my finest hour may have happened before that, but there's no way that's my finest.
What
hour.
if between 11 and noon you achieved peak Rocky and slept through it?
I don't know, man.
Dude.
Like, I have more powers than that. I don't know what else to tell you.
I'm disappointed in you, Rocky. I can't believe you slept through peak Rocky.
Tegan, not today. We can't do this.
What if I told you that, like, you know, at the like hot new restaurant in like North El Paso,
We'll call it Northeast.
Burroughs Chili's,
Okay.
at the corner of that's not a street, this is a street. There was like a delicious burrito to be had, and you would have stood in line behind the last sundress of the year, and she would have turned around and said to you, you know what? I want to fuck around and make $1 billion tequila.
Hey, he's been on my Twitter. Oh, fuck. That sounds amazing. I'd have to marry her. I propose on the spot.
Well, you know what? She was there between 11 and noon.
Ay, chill out,
right.
man. Don't put that evil on me, dude. It's not cool. Last sundress of the year? It could have been last sundress of the year.
It's
well,
right.
no, it's still like 80 degrees outside. There should be more sundresses.
Yeah, it was the last good sundress.
What?
Of
What?
the year,
What
Tegan.
demon hell is still 80 degrees right now?
Welcome to Hell Paso, Tegan.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's going to be a whopping 48 degrees today.
Oh, fuck that.
And it's 87% humidity
Throw
out.
that away and put it in the garbage.
Sorry for you, Teague.
It might snow on Friday.
Fuck
Oh,
that.
man.
What kind of
It
trash
might
is that?
snow on Friday. Welcome to Ohio. We had about 2 days worth of fall,
Oh, no.
and now it's winter. I gotta turn my outside spigots off. Before tonight, fuck, it's gonna go down to 35. Shit, I don't want my pipes bursting. Damn.
Ugh.
That is not an experience I have to worry about.
Tegan, you'll also get to a point where you're when you're old enough that your pipes just burst.
Oh, God, it's like that. Also, it did
Gross.
hail, like, on Wednesday, so that was weird.
Well, but it hailed because of a thunderstorm, right?
Yeah, but, like, I mean, we're desert, we, like, get rain, thanks to probably climate change. We are getting more rain than we normally do, but I remember I went home for, like, lunch, and, like, it started raining, which I wasn't super worried about. Like, I look outside, and I'm like, it's not so bad, and then it starts hailing, and I'm just like, you know what, I don't need this. I'm not going back to work today. I just used some PTO. It was also already Halloween, so it was
At the
fine.
risk of turning this into a FM morning radio show,
Mm-hmm.
there has also been an excessive amount of rain here this month. The last 30 days has seen over 6 inches of rain in Phoenix.
I think that means you're not a desert anymore.
I'm just like 6 inches of rain is nothing. But you guys don't have any grass.
Deserts.
Where does
Tegan.
it go?
Well, the problem isn't so much that we don't have any grass, Tegan. The problem is that...
There's no trees.
No, that's not the problem
You have
either.
cacti.
Oh,
We do have cacti.
okay. So, here's the
All
problem.
the cacti are full of bursting and they explode and they shatter you with needles and cactus juice.
You know what, Tegan? Sure, fine. That's the problem.
Is that what happens?
No.
Oh, Tegan.
Oh.
What happens, Brian?
In a lot of southwestern cities, brilliant city planners, so many years ago, were like, hey, we don't get a lot of rain. Should we build, like, storm drains on the streets?
It's like, what for?
What
We're not
for?
gonna use
Who
those
gives a
shits.
shit?
There's no rain here.
There's no rain here. I don't know why these city planners sound like this. But
Because they're
they do.
imported.
And they want more pictures of Spider-Man, like obviously.
And,
Yeah.
that's right. Peter Parker, I want those storm drains.
And Peter Parker's like, I'm a journalist. I have no say over storm drains.
No, we're in the Architect AU, Tegan.
Oh, okay, the architect I use.
Right. So, like, the problem is that, like, when we get, like, an inch of rain, like, major thoroughfares will be flooded.
Yeah.
So there was, like, a day last month where we got, like, 2 inches of rain in 24 hours. And there was, like, points on, like, the I-10 that were flooded. One of the streets I normally take to work got flooded out.
Wait, you can't drive in 2 inches of water?
Well, because there's no drains,
Tegan, there
Tegan.
are no storm drains. The water
So, like-
has nowhere to go.
Right.
Right, so it just sits there, so you're not... It's only 2 inches. That's, like, not even up your tire.
No, but like
That's
it's 2 inches that like from like everywhere that like ends up in the street.
Oh!
So like it's like
gotcha.
6 inches like concentrated in
Right,
a
then
single
it's
street.
like a bowl. I
Yeah.
see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was dumb.
Nah, it
I
happens.
I have a problem with spatial stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay,
that
so-
happens to us like sometimes too. I remember there was this one really bad time. It was a while back, maybe like 7-8 years ago, where one side of town, which is like built on a bunch of hills, but also doesn't have storm drains, got rain. And while like the valley got kind of flooded, like some homes actually ended up with like 2 feet of water in them. The big problem was on the west side of town where like the runoff was just like creating kind of like a deluge. And like, I think one of them was like pulling trucks. Like there was, at one point there was a truck that was like stuck in it because it got like caught on like a power pole or something. And then like a woman tried to step out of the truck and she did. And then she got sucked away by the water. Like it was just like as if she just fell into a river. It was kind of amazing. She was okay. She was definitely spooked about it. They did a whole story on her. But it was just like, man, we should probably do something about this. But it usually doesn't rain. And you have to rebuild all the streets. The whole city? I don't want to have that job.
Man. Yeah, no, it's...
Wow, what
and
the
I don't know about you,
fuck?
Rocky, but here, like, when we get enough rain, just, like, any street that is regularly traversed by, like, 18-wheelers absolutely just gets completely fucked up because all of the normal stress fractures that, like, take, you know, a year or more to, like, really get gross and require to be repaved.
Yeah.
You know, when you get heavy rain, those roads are just like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, I quit.
I quit.
What?
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so which is why, like, usually around monsoon season, like, 99th Avenue will need to, like, 99th and Buckeye will need to be repaved because they're, like, you know, warehouse districts, which means that it's constant 18-wheelers on those streets. Mm-hmm. But, like, as it is right now, like, 99th Avenue is super gross, and I, like, drive on it, like, every day, and it pisses me off.
Damn.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to us talk about the rain, the best radio ever.
Yeah, weather and roads.
Weather and roads. Welcome to Impossible Coin, your best source for weather and roads.
Remember to vote for people who will take care of your infrastructure. It'll lift up your economy, man. It'll be great.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, everyone did the voting. You all did the voting, right?
Yeah.
If you didn't do the voting, turn us off and leave.
No, guys, just
No,
vote.
turn us off and leave. Get out of here.
Oh, wait, that's
the
right. This airs on
already
Tuesday.
happened.
Yeah, that's
If
true.
you did not vote, fucking get out. Get out. I don't want you here.
Oh, man.
I will accept extenuating circumstances. If you died, if you got in like a billion car pileup and had to go to like ER and was therefore not able to vote because you were dying, like, I'll accept those. But otherwise, early voting's been happening. You could have got an absentee ballot. Y'all just suck.
What if someone broke both of their hands and couldn't afford an interpreter?
I think they have to provide you one.
Wait, really? Do they have to provide you one, like, at the voting poll?
I'm pretty sure if you're like, both of my hands are broken, I need another way to fill out this ballot, they have to give you another way.
Yeah, guys, no excuses. Rip you guys, man. Nice knowing you, I guess. Brian, tell us what's going on. See if we can find out who's listening.
Well, so I think I've bitched about my internet on this show before. Have I bitched about my internet on this show?
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch.
It's true.
So, like, for the better part of 5 years, I would just call up my internet service provider, and be like, hey guys, my internet is literally going up and down up to 50 times an hour. You know, like, internet would come on, modem would die. Internet would come on, modem would die. And, like, was getting at best, like everything, all things being equal, like 50 megs down. And sometimes significantly worse than that. And this is with paying my internet service provider, for something like 200 megs down.
Wow,
Jeez.
That's awful.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I would call them up and be like, hey guys, I'm getting 50 megs down. And my internet goes up and down and, all kinds of bullshit. And they're like, well, you know, are you using a wireless or wired connection? And I'm like, really? That's what you've got? Are you using a wire? That's your hot answer? And they're like, well, you know, if you're using a wireless connection, there could be significant signal degradation quality. I'm like, I'm going to go from 200 megs down to somewhere south of 20 because seriously, fucking
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
Yeah, they're like, well, And so finally, they sent a guy out.
How many years did it take them to send a guy out?
5 years.
Wow, 5 years of constantly complaining to send a dude out. Great.
So they sent a guy out.
And the dude said, your wire fucking sucks.
He took one look at my router and said, "Oh, I didn't realize we had any of these left in the field."
Oh my god!
Well, it's been 5 years. Yeah.
Apparently went out to his truck, came back in, hooked up a new router, and then all of a sudden, no problems at all anymore. Like, if they had sent a guy out, which we had requested several times over the years, and there had been times where even an appointment had been scheduled, just, standard hot cable internet guy action where you'd be like, hey, we'd like to have a guy come out. And they're like, okay, he'll be there between 8 and 10, and then 8 and 10 pass. Then you get a call from your internet service provider, like, okay, he'll now be there between, 3 and 6. And you're like, you know what? Fuck off. Like I can't live my life by your rules. So Beth just happened to be home one day, so that way, like, if they pulled this bullshit, then even if they changed the time, she would still be here.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't need to, like, hang out, so it got fixed. I'm super happy. Hooray.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why do you use the router provided by your internet service company instead of just purchasing your own?
Well, for years, that was what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we would call our internet service provider, they'd be like, oh, I see that you're using your own router. We offer limited support for signal quality issues for folks who are using routers that weren't supplied by us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, what they did was, like, hamstring the service they would provide you if you didn't give them their fucking blood money. So they're like, oh, you got your own router, huh? And the problem is that, like, let's say you had a problem with your signal quality and you called them up for service, then, like, they could see the router, when you, like, got the person on the phone. They could be like, oh, that's not one of ours. That's not one of ours. So they're going to give you the business. So it's like, all right, fine. Like, unless I give you your blood money, then, like, it costs me money to have a service tech come out. The windows to have somebody come out are even worse. I don't have any, like, service level guarantees. Like, it goes from bad to worse. And then in an environment where you're dealing with oligopoly and you have very little choice about where to go, in the event that somebody pisses you off, it's like, well, what am I going to do if they piss me off? Like, where am I going to go? Where the fuck else am I going to get internet from? Yeah, so that is why, Tegan.
I see. I live in an area with all the major service providers, and now my city offers internet, and because of that, all the major service providers around here just say, this is a list of routers we support, and you can buy any router off that list, and as long as it's a router that was on that list at one point, they will come assist you. So, That's not a problem I've had.
Yep. Well, that is nice. That must be nice. That must feel good.
It does. Because now I'm getting cheap, good internet. Yay!
Yeah.
I spend $110 on internet a month.
$10?
$110.
$110? How much internet do you get?
20 for 5 years, but it's supposed to be 200.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow!
So what Brian's telling me is that he's going to become, Brian of the counterattack. He's going to run for councilman and shit and run for equitable internet provider practices. That's his platform. I'm excited for it.
Wow. And drains. Storm drains.
And storm drains. Because, climate change is real. You've seen the flooded streets and we don't need them.
Yep.
You're going to create so many jobs, Brian. I'm so proud of you already.
Well, thank you, Rocky. I'm also going to run on a platform of bringing back the trick-or-treaters.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly that works.
Oh, that's easy. I know how to do that. I can fix your problem.
Ooh, Tinks. Give us the trick-or-treater shots.
There's a website called nextdoor.com.
Oh, fuck Nextdoor.
Now what you do is the weekend before trick-or-treaters, you go on there and you click the button that says, yes, there will be candy at my house.
Fuck Nextdoor.
And then they come.
No, fuck Nextdoor.
I don't have a sidewalk and I got trick-or-treaters this year. I live on a busy street and I got trick-or-treaters this year because I went online and clicked the checkbox that said, yes, there will be candy at my house.
There might be some strength to that strat.
All right, so if that's the blood price I need to pay in order to give out candy, then I won't pay it. I guess I just won't fucking give out candy.
I mean, yeah, you could just do what I did the first year, which is buy candy, be really sad that no one fucking came to your door, and eat it all yourself.
And let's be real, Twix are good.
Twix are really good.
They're kind of S tier, actually.
Yeah, it sounds like this podcast is on board with Twix, but man, oh man, what a fucking bummer. And I think it might have something to do with just the increasing way that parents trick or treat with their kids. The number of events I saw throughout the course of the week, which were bring your kids to this, shopping location on Tuesday evening. We'll have, costumes and prizes and candy, and you can, trick-or-treat with your kids in a brightly lit indoor area, and I know, a lot of businesses now, at least in major metro areas, offer it, for, employees' kids, so it's okay, kids will be able to go from department to department with a sack of fucking candy. It just who? No, nobody wants to trick or treat in accounting. It's just no. Or schools setting up trunk or treat shit where a bunch of parents back up cars and open trunks and kids just shuffle up and down a parking lot getting candy. Fucking let kids go out, have fun, have a good time. Have grown-ups compliment them on their, it's one of your first experiences feeling cool and proud of yourself and tying your identity into your looks. People need to get used to that.
But I think, isn't that something that we should, like, buck? Like, tying your identity into your looks?
Rocky, I was being facetious.
Oh, okay. But, also, I don't think the kids, like, care, man. Like, they're little kids. They're getting candy. They don't care where they're going or how small they're, like,
You don't think that they don't want to, like, hang out with their buds and, like, go wandering in a fucking costume?
I think they care about hanging out with their buds. I don't think they care so much about wandering around in their costume. I'm not saying it's not a positive experience. I'm just saying I don't think that's a high priority for children who's just going to get candy in some sort of costume.
The only time I felt exceptionally cool as a child trick-or-treating as opposed to as an adult trick-or-treating was when I got to chaperone my sister and the rest of the neighborhood kids. That was cool.
Captain Tegan.
Yeah, Tegan was in charge. Tegan made sure that every kid got their candy, counted all the heads, made sure all the little ducks went to the next house together, like...
Wait, were they all ducks?
No, they weren't all ducks.
Okay.
But they were all, like... I think they were all Power Rangers that year.
Oh, neat.
So, like, I counted all the Power Rangers. And then, at one point, because the parents wouldn't let us do this, but I was in charge, we traipsed through the woods, like, about 4 feet. 4 feet of, like, you know, forest. And we wound up in the next neighborhood over, which, like, we knew it was there, so, like, it was real short. And we trick-or-treated in that neighborhood also.
Neat.
Dab.
Please don't ever do that again.
I already did it! Trick-or-treating is fun, and if I wanted to, I want to go trick-or-treating again. I'm too old to trick-or-treat, I think, but I want to go. If I put a lot of effort into my costume, do you think I could get candy anyway?
I think they'd give you candy anyway, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's real awkward when you open the door and what you find is not kids. Because now that you have the door to your house open, you don't really want to tell anybody, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing? It seems like a situation that could go sideways. Especially hashtag in our troubled times.
But I'm talking about, like, not like I put on, you know, like an M&M costume, or like I decide to go as like something like really easy, you know?
Yeah.
I'm talking like an elaborate costume, like something that I've obviously put like a lot of work and time and money into. If, like, you had, like, a grown-ass college student come up to your door, Brian, and they ding-dong your doorbell, and they've got an Iron Man suit on it that, like, it's got lights, and, like, the helmet opens and closes, are you gonna deny him candy if he says trick-or-treat?
Well, no, but not because I'm impressed.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just for the same reason as before, like, if some fucking weirdo comes to my door dressed up like Iron Man and does all the things, I'm going to assume that that's probably because he's mentally unbalanced, because there are significantly better places for that costume, like either a convention where it can be contextualized and appreciated, or like maybe at some like group cosplay workshop where people get together and talk about hot tips and tricks for making the best costumes. Or maybe post on the internet where he can receive, like, unbidden adulation. If some fucking joker is Tony Starking up and down my street, it's because he's got weird business going on inside. And I don't want to be the guy that unlocks that. So fine, have a Tootsie Roll, be gone.
Damn, dude. Like, I don't know. That could just be a side hustle or whatever. Like, trick-or-treating happens pretty early in the night. Like, your party's not going to start till, like, 10 or whatever. Probably he's already on the blogs and shit. He probably blogged the whole building of the suit, man.
I don't know, man. Like,
okay, so I don't know if either of you saw my Twitter post.
I did.
Where I wore my Niyamaniko.
Yeah, you're the girl from Kisnever.
Yeah, to my place of employment. I spent 2 hours on my makeup. And then I had to get dressed on top of it. And I wore it to work. And you wanna know how many people dressed up? 2. Me and my friend.
Damn.
Who was Cindy Lou Who. And, like, that was it. As far as, like, actual costumes. Like, some of my other, like, friends, they did, like, little costumes, you know? Like, festive shirts. Or, like, really easy stuff. Mm. But, like, I did a costume. And, like, yeah, it's more, like, the context of it is totally wrong. And nobody knew who I frickin' was. But that didn't matter, because it was an excuse to wear the thing and walk around in the thing. And so we did the only sensible thing, and we trick-or-treated in the office. We got a little bag, and we went around to all the other offices, and we're like, we want to make sure that everyone could see our costumes. And, like, people got a kick out of it. So, like, if I work that hard on a costume, I want everyone to see it. Hello, Doodlebug.
Right. Which is why I'm saying that, like, you're going about that, like, by taking it to an office, like,
right.
You're guaranteeing that you're going to, in a well-lit place, surrounded by people who know you and can festoon you with praise and say, Tegan, what a nice costume you've created. Good work. What a fine costume. Like,
but I'm also familiar with my neighbors. And so I'd go to my neighborhood and do the same thing, probably. Not like, but that's like a contextualized setting where I could be like, look, you've seen me working on this costume. You've seen me painting all this shit in my driveway.
Neighbors?
Yeah, I know my neighbors.
Wait, you don't know your neighbors?
Huh?
You don't know your
neighbors?
No.
What? Why not?
Because I live in a world where people use Nextdoor.
I mean...
I live in a world where people use Nextdoor, and because I'm in a group that's next to a park where there are lots of children, we know each other. Well, also, it's a Pokemon Go park, so that's why they know me.
Dang, is it like officially a Pokemon Go park? Or is it
it's got a gym and 2 Pokestops in it.
Oh, okay. I respect it.
But then it's got like a playground and stuff. So like whenever there's an event, there's always Pokemon Go people around.
Yeah.
But my neighbors know me because they know me from next door. And so if they see me wandering around like a crazy person on my phone, they're like, "Oh, is there a Pokemon Go thing going on, Tegan?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Okay." And then they know that there's probably going to be a lot of weird strangers at the park. And maybe they should take their kid to Chuck E. Cheese that day instead.
Hmm.
Or if their kids play Pokemon Go too, which some of them do, they'll be like, okay. And they'll go out with their kids to make sure that, like, you know, they're not talking to strangers or whatever.
Oh, just Nextdoor just sounds like a tool to be like responsible citizen and shit.
Sounds like Nextdoor is going to be a split decision on this show.
We help find lost dogs and stuff. We post pictures of our pets! It's like Facebook, but just your neighbors. They don't need to know all your business, but, you know.
Some of it comes up. That makes sense.
Hey guys, just so you know, I'm getting my house painted, so I'm sorry if there's if there's gonna be a truck in the street. Shit like that. I don't know. It's fine. Maybe it's just your next door community is what you make of it. Utilize it or don't. Anyway.
I wonder if they're like terrible next door communities.
Oh, I'm fucking sure there are.
Yeah.
Just like there's terrible Facebook groups.
True. What else is going on, Brian?
I think the only other thing that pops to mind, also Halloween related, you know, the internet was, of course, as it is every year, rife with various celebrity people.
Yeah, like Heidi Klum did a pretty good Princess Fiona.
Yeah.
In various costumes. But the only one that I think really won my heart was Piper Niven, aka Viper, a lady rassler who did a show as a Bowsette.
Yay!
Cool. And like I'm just like, all right. So I don't think this is going to work for everything I hate. But it could be that there is some percentage of things that I hate that I can then hate less just because Piper Niven dressed up as it. Like, okay, all right, Bowsette, I get it now. All right, fine.
Wait, okay, hold on. I'm actually willing to say I don't think you've ever hated Bowsette. I think you like hate like the Bowsette fandom, and like there's a lot of reasons for that. A lot of those make sense. But like Bowsette as a character, I don't know if you really had beef with her.
You know, okay, all right. I think that's fine. I think that's probably accurate. I think that the problems I had with Bowsette are the way people react to things and the way people like. I have a hard time understanding or connecting with like the way people emotionally invest in the internet anymore. Like it just seems like weird and creepy and upsetting and off-putting. Like,
okay, I get that.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck. Like, I think that like I just conflate Bowsette, the fictional character, with the terrible world that created her. Where I guess the answer is, I don't hate Bowsette, I just hate everything.
In other news, Brian is an old man.
Oh my god.
Oh, Tegan, you don't have to be old to like hate the internet. Like, you really don't.
No,
you just have to pay attention to it.
Actually, hold on.
What?
Brian brought up an interesting point. Maybe you do have to be old to hate the internet. I'm trying to think of like young people that can really like that can, I guess, saliently acknowledge that they hate the internet. But I don't think I know any of those. Maybe that's just my experience. Kids who hate the internet. I'll work on that.
We'll do some investigating.
I think that the biggest problem is that, like, the internet, I think, is probably to a lot of people under a certain age, like an invisible abstraction. It's just something that they're so used to interacting with. The idea of considering the idea of considering it, how it impacts them, is something that, like, might not get a lot of thought. Not because they're bad or nothing, but just because it's such an assumed part of their existence.
Yeah.
They don't really spend a lot of time thinking about, like, how it impacts their world. Like, for example, like, I don't really sit around and spend a lot of time going, you know what? Indoor plumbing has changed my life.
Really?
He doesn't do
Never?
it. Well, I think he means, like, often enough. Like, you know.
Right,
okay.
exactly. Like, it's not the kind of thing that, like, I've dumped a considerable... I definitely understand that, like, indoor plumbing is the fucking bomb, you know? Like, it's a real good thing. And then, like, indoor plumbing is super good. And, you know, I think we're all super in favor of indoor plumbing on this show.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
You know, and I'm like, yo, like, ain't nobody here in favor of the 1854 Broad Street cholera outbreak.
I am decidedly anti-cholera.
Absolutely. Fuck Broad Street. You know, put your poop in the tubes.
Yeah.
But
Not in the streets.
Yeah, not in the streets. Stop it. But, like, when something is just, like, a assumed part of your daily existence, like, you touch it every day, and you don't really have memories of, like, not touching it or not interacting with it, then, like, a lot of times the ramifications of that thing, be they positive or negative, aren't necessarily something that you're going to consider because it's already it's constantly part of your existence. It's an assumed factor of your existence. So you're like, well, you know, like, indoor plumbing or electricity in every building that I enter. Things like that, you know, I think become less stuff that you, like, invest time in thinking about. And I think that there probably is a certain age under which, for whom, like, the ubiquity of internet access is that kind of thing. So there's probably, I think, 3 ages of people when it comes to internet. People who will think about internet on the reg because it's something which, like, they watched it change the world. People who don't necessarily have, like, lots of memories before that, but also can remember the rise of the internet. And then people for whom the internet has always been there, and so for them it is indoor plumbing. For them it is electricity.
Suka.
Yeah.
I guess I'm in category 2 there.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the internet has always been around since I have been alive, but I definitely came up. I was being raised as internet was making its come up.
Right. Wild.
True enough.
Yo, so what's going on with y'all?
Tegan, you want to go first? You want me to go?
I'll go. Mine's
Okay.
short. Mine's short. We're playing games. Sort of.
Shoutouts.
Yeah. Amazing, right? Play games on Game Podcast. We're playing the 2 hottest games of October. Call of Cthulhu and Red Dead Redemption.
Sick. How are those?
Fuck both these games.
Wait, what? For real?
Oh, that's a hot
Both
take.
these games.
What's going on, Teagues? Like, really? You all right?
No. No, I'm not. You can't be nice in Red Dead. Well, you can be nice, but if you be nice, like, it totally contradicts everything that the character is saying?
Yeah, the character's not nice, no.
Yeah, it doesn't fit, so fuck that. I just want to be a nice cowboy. I want to be a nice cowboy! Don't let me! I can't. We gotta be mean sometimes. We found a kid in the basement of a gun shop.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing a sailor suit chained to a bed.
Wait, like a Japanese sailor suit?
No, like a early 1900s sailor man.
Oh, okay. That's not great.
Yeah.
Did you let him out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tied up the shop owner and robbed the shop.
Well, I mean, he had some kid chained in the basement. He probably deserved it.
It was an adult kid. It was like a 20-year-old. And he's just like, my son, and the guy was like, my son died and I couldn't deal with it. And it's like, the hell you couldn't deal with it? This is not a good way to not deal with it. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's not a adequate coping mechanism.
Yeah, like we could have shot him, but we didn't shoot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's important to know.
Yeah,
that you
Nico,
can.
I know, it was some bullshit. You were there. He was there. It was some bullshit. We both agree. And I think the main dude is gonna die.
Oh, like Protag?
Yeah, 'cause like, you can upgrade 2 campsites in your campsite, yours and one other dude's, and like, why would you be able to upgrade another dude's campsite and not the entire rest of the camp? If you aren't gonna be utilizing that space at some point.
Oh, true.
You know?
Yeah.
So like, we're not very far in this game, but like, that's what, opinions, those are them. We're in chapter 3, still. Like, this some kind of bullshit. Not thrilled. But whatever. You know, it is what it is. But also, like, I don't know how we're supposed to balance this budget, you know? We need like $7 for food and $900 for clothing, and I'm only getting like $100 when I rob a train out of $1,500 that we take. So like, please help, my gang is dying.
I think that's why they gave us that, like, gold exploit. Right?
I just want to look cool. And I'm real bad at card games, so I can't win those.
Well,
I'm real bad. I don't know the rules.
Tegan, please learn the rules.
I don't know the rules.
But also, there's like an exploit that they found in the first week where, you could basically get unlimited gold bars.
How?
I'll link you to it later.
Please tell me the secret, because my camp is dying.
My camp is dying.
We can't afford food for the horses because I bought a new coat.
What? Tegan, that's just bad management! Like, fuck!
I want to look cool!
But okay, Tegan, like, I know
What is
you've
the
seen
point?
the movie where, like, there's the pirate gang or whatever, and the whole group. That's literally what happened in Lion King, where, like, Scar was, like, embellishing himself and shit, and he wasn't feeding the hyenas, even though the hyenas were the whole reason that he had any power.
I just want to look cool.
But, like, they're probably
I'm supposed to be a badass. I want to look like a badass.
take care of your people, Tegan. You can be nice to your crew.
Well, yeah, I can be nice to my crew, but like, that doesn't help the problem that I don't have any food for the horses.
Yeah,
See?
that's also true.
I'm trying to get them nice living spaces, and I gotta look cool. So then, what are we spending on food? Can't someone else be in charge of the food budget? I want to be in charge of the aesthetic budget.
Oh my god, Tegan.
I want them to be separate budgets!
You're in charge of the whole thing. You can split the
No!
budgets.
Please help.
Oh man.
I accept donations. By the way, this is a stick-up.
By the way, this is a stick-up. Oh no. Oh man.
But also, fuck Call of Cthulhu. We restarted that game 6 times. Cause we're trying to see, like, there's different, like, skills you can take at the beginning. And so we're trying, like, different combinations to see what works best. And, we've recently discovered that, some of the clues that you find in this game are hallucinations.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, cause we're like, wait, I thought we found that clue here. I swear we found that clue here. Can you only find that clue if this is at minimum this level? Let's restart the game and find out. We restart the game, the clue still isn't fucking here, what the hell? And it turns out, we hallucinated the clue.
Okay.
We have no way of knowing which clues are hallucinations, and which clues aren't hallucinations, unless we either, one, look up a guide, which we're not fucking doing, because, like, that's no fun, or two, restarting the game all the time.
Oh, man. That's...
Just many saves. Also, we can fail at any kind of saving throw. It doesn't matter what how many fucking points we have in the thing, because it's all dice rolls. So, fuck it.
Well, at least that's fun.
Fuck this game! I want to be able to win! I don't know how you win at this game! It's already driving me crazy, as you can tell. As you can tell. So I think it's Is it winning? Is it winning if I'm crazy? Is it winning if it makes me crazy? Is that how the game wins? How do I win? How does the player win?
I don't have answers on that one, Tegan. Brian, any ideas?
Well, I mean, have you considered doing a madness? Just lean into it. Be full tilt crazy.
Thinking about it.
Be banana pants. See where it goes.
Banana pants. Okay. I think I could do that. I think I need a book first. What is it? What's the Cthulhu Bible? What's it called?
I don't know, actually.
How many people do I have to sacrifice to the old ones before I'm considered a madness?
I'm at least 4.
At least 4? Okay, so I've got 2 here. So are you guys coming up to my house for the Game of the Year conversation?
Oh, gee. Wait, Rocky.
Tegan, I'm not going to get sacrificed in Ohio.
No. What the? No.
What I'm going to do.
What? I thought you wanted me to go into the full... That's not fair. How can you tell me to go into the full madness and then not support me in my journey?
Oh, how can I not be disemboweled in your effort to please the old gods?
Yeah!
Oh, that's a good one. I like that.
So what's up with you, Rocky?
Okay, so I've been playing a handful of games. I've gone back to some old ones.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I whipped out my Wii just in preparation of like my annual Paper Mario runs, because I usually like do those around this time of year. And I've gotten back into League of Legends mostly because of Worlds, because like Sneaky did some really crazy shit to Freak of Freaks, and knocked like Korea out of the tournament.
Wait, Korea seriously got knocked out of the tournament?
Yeah, like there were no more Korean teams by semifinals. Like they were all gone. Yeah.
Normally it's like a Korean team versus a Korean team. What the hell?
So outside of the LCK, like Korea has been just like really committed to their own meta, and their coaches haven't been as hands-on because they've been consistently winning. And so like when it came to Worlds, it looks like Korea was just kind of like slouching, and they got blown up for it.
Oh.
Like C9, who's actually not bad. They're the best American team and maybe like the 5th best team in the world, to be honest. I like them because they're NA and whatever. And Sneaky's pretty cool. Like I watch his stream sometimes. And like he kind of went nuts against a Freak of Freaks, and like C9 like 3-0'd the Korean team that was left. And like instead of, like trading matches or doing anything close, like they were in not complete control. There was a situation in like the 3rd game where it looked kind of close, but then they just snatched it away from them. Like it was very clean. But the finals happened like last Saturday at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
And
that's kind of late.
No, it really is. Oh, that was also another thing. The World Tournament was in Korea this year. And like,
it was in Korea, but there were no Korean teams.
Right. Like all the Korean teams got knocked out of groups except for Freaka Freaks, which got knocked out in semifinals.
Huh.
Yeah. So like, the Koreans are going back to the drawing board. Like they're very pissed. Like, and they've been making jokes for like ever. Cause like, League has like its different like tiers in every region. And there was this one joke that like, gold in like Korea, no, bronze in Korea is better than gold in NA. And like, there's still some people that are really salty about that. But
oh my goodness.
Like they actually have to play against us next year. Also, the meta's a lot different, because of like what they've been doing with champions this past year. I mean, they only added 2 champions like over the whole year, but they did a lot of reworks on like bruiser types. And while like some people like Faker was his claim to fame, like he played Riven, who's the quintessential bruiser of like season 3, and he like built his like later professional career out of it. But then like in the larger meta, like bruisers weren't that big of a deal. Like it was more about setting up casters, building good tanks, and like very exceptional like marksmen. But marksmen in 2018 have like been basically irrelevant. Like you kind of just hang out and not die, and you guys do well. But like the AD usually doesn't carry the game anymore because like these bruisers are out of control.
Oh, okay. So it's more about your big tank meta.
Yeah,
your Nars and that sort of thing.
Yeah. There definitely are some Korean teams that like have a focus on their top laners. Like some of the best are actually out there. But like I think as far as like tanks go, and casters, like EU actually has a better handle on casters in general, except for like Faker. But Faker's just kind of the best, unkillable Demon King or whatever.
Right.
But anyways, that's about them. That's not about me. I've been playing again, and I am fucking terrible at this game again. Like so bad. But I've been playing normals with friends. And I've been having fun, actually. Like, usually I steamroll when, like, I do really well. And when I'm not doing well, I just stick close to my friends, and then we try to turn the game. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, It doesn't, like, hurt or whatever.
You're just kind of like, ah, man.
Yeah. But, like, you see people, like, lose it, like, in the game. It's like, guys, like, chill out. Like, relax. There was this one moment where, like, there was this one guy that was just, like, raging at the whole team. Because, like, someone, like, didn't follow him into a fight or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he was screaming out wards, and someone's just like, whoa, dude, did, like, wards kill your family or something?
Oh,
and, like,
no.
Yeah, it was a lot. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, this dude. But then, like, eventually he chilled out. We won that game anyways. So, I've also been working on like a D&D adventure for my local session. I've been running premates with them for a while, so I've been really lazy. So, but now they're getting closer to like the levels that I wanted to like press them at. So I made a Halloween adventure for them. They have to escape from a house where they've been captured, and there's like it's laden with traps. There's like a chase scene. I got to use some pretty interesting haunts. Like, there's this one haunt, it's like a haunted bell, right? And once it's revealed, like, when they get close enough to it, like, kind of like a corpse falls out of it, but it's like a ghost corpse, apparently. Like, that's what it reads. And, like, when it hits the ground, like, that's kind of spooky. But then, like, the scene reverses, and it casts reverse gravity in, like, the whole column where the bell is. So it, like, throws the party, like, upward, like, 60 feet. But instead of, like, flying gently, it's like they're falling because gravity's reversed.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, so, like,
that's cool!
They're, like, potentially falling upwards, like, 60 feet, and they have to make, like, a reflex save to, like, grab onto something so they don't slam into the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And that lasts, like, 6 turns or until they destroy the bell, like, at the top. And then, but, like, that's not contextually known to them. Like, they have to figure that out in 6 turns. And, as a bonus, if they don't figure it out in those 6 turns, like, the reverse gravity spell stops, and then they just fall the normal way afterwards. So.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Very
That's
exciting.
amazing.
Yeah, right? And there's this scarf. It's a scarf that's, like, imbued with a spirit of vengeance. Where, like, if they touch it, or try to touch it, it, like, first, like, tries to fear them. Like, and they have to make a save against that. And if they fail to fear them, they're just paralyzed, which makes things worse. But if it doesn't, then it's fine. Then they have a fortitude save because, like, the scarf tries to choke them out.
Oh.
And if they make the save, you know, they only take 3d6 damage. But if they don't make the save, they're at -8 health, like, specifically, and they are officially dying. Like, so...
Kinky.
Oh, man. And it's great, because that's, like, during, like, the chase scene. So, like, they're basically, like, the chase scene is set, like, in a tower that's, like, full of, like, treasure. So, they have to keep running or they will die, but they are also at risk of missing out on the treasures that they're running past. So, like, I'm going to tempt them with these treasures, and sometimes they're useful, and sometimes they're not. And it's just like, oh, man, that looks like a really nice scarf. Like, it looks pretty valuable. And they're just like, well, I don't know. I guess I'll take a look at it, and then tries to choke them out. It's amazing.
Nice. Dang. I like this. I'm
really D&Ding with them. I'm putting them in some pretty interesting, like, scenarios. There's, at one point, they're in a bathhouse that I'm going to use as, like, slippery terrain. And there's a couple statues in the room. One of them is straight up a gargoyle. And the other two... Well, no, there's 5 statues. 2 of them do nothing because, like, there's a control. One of them's actually a gargoyle, like a living gargoyle. And then 2 of them are, like, traps. Like, one of them is, like, a burning hands trap. No, fire burst. So it does, like, a cone of fire. And the other one, like, basically sets off a frozen AoE that, like, sticks them into the ground. And so, like, that's all scattered in this, like, bathhouse room where they're not supposed to be, and they'll likely end up fighting a gargoyle while these traps go off. It's a pretty intense room. Yeah.
Nice.
I've also been playing Dragon Quest XI again. I finished my quest with the Rhyming Mermaid. She sent me underwater to the underwater city. They gave me a gemstone. And now... what am I doing now? I think... I came out another, like, portal, and now I'm in this, like, giant mountain city. And then I get to go to, like, the magic boarding school that's there. But I'm mostly working on side quests and, like, building up my gear. Because, like, grinding doesn't work in the playthrough that I'm running. Because I made it so that if I do a fight that's, like, easy enough, it gives me no experience. Even if it gives me, like, golden items. So, like, I'm just trying to gather resources and a little bit of XP. Because I realize I've played 15 hours longer than I have on the other easy... Well, not easy, but, like, standard mode. And I'm only 1 level higher than I was back then. Despite playing for 15 more hours. This game's insane.
Oh, boy.
Insane. It's pretty tough. But it's very cool. I mean, I'm kind of getting tired of looking at the same face, and the music's not great, but the combat's fun, and, like, the character, like, dialogue is, like, interesting. Plus, like, everyone has, like, a costume now. Like, I have Eric, who's, like, the thief guy in, like, a sultan outfit. Jade is our bunny girl. Veronica's wearing, like, a cat kigurumi. Serena's in, like, the dancer costume. Well, no, everyone has one. Oh, wait. I think Sylvando has, like, a captain's outfit. So it's just Rob and Protag that don't have official costumes. But Protag's costume's, like, built into his original gear. But you have to get to, like, I don't know, mid-game to craft it. Because it's, like, a super high, like, challenge level or something. And, you know, Toby Fox is making a new game called Deltarune, which apparently is just an anagram of Undertale. But it looks neat. The character designs look fun, and the music's still really good. So, he's currently doing the early access thing, but it looks neat. I hope to see good things from it. Brad, you want to do the news?
Sure.
Sick.
It looks like we're going to be talking about fucking Smash for an hour, so maybe I could just come back in an hour.
It's not going to be that long. We're going to go fast. I promise.
No. Like, if you're going to talk about all this garbage, if you just, like, rattle off bullet points, it's going to sound terrible. Like, they're
Brian doesn't like the way I organized my show doc.
He doesn't.
You're the one who just put Piranha Plant pounds in. Like, no.
No, it said Piranha Plant pounds it out.
No. First of all, Piranha Plants don't pound. They grow.
They do grow.
Really what they do is they explore the pipes. So, you made the wrong sex joke. But yeah, Piranha Plant's gonna be a DLC character. Woo! He's gonna be free for people who register their game, online by January 31st of next year.
Why is it a sex joke, Tegan?
What do you mean?
It's a game where people are fighting each other. So he's obviously pounding people.
I mean, Piranha Plant pounds it out is a sex joke. Like, who you trying to fool, man? I know we're kids, but we're not really kids, man.
I'm a child and I picked up on the sex joke.
I think both of you are putting this evil on me and it's unappreciated.
Well, Brad, I never want to put evil on you, man. I hope you can forgive me.
All right. Anyway, why don't you guys tell me all the fuck about, like, the things we didn't already know that weren't part of the 900 previous Smash Directs?
Okay, so Ken, right? Ken's in it, and he's an echo to Ryu, because, echoes are in this year. And, like, Ken's getting, like, some slight differences. Like, his Tatsu has multiple hits. His Fireball has a different hitbox and, like, shape. He has his supers, like Shin Ryuken, and, oh no, I can't remember the kick one.
That's okay, it doesn't matter.
But it's the big
kick move.
It's the big kick move.
He only gets the kick move if you initiate his final smash while he's next to another character. Yeah,
like super close. And then Incineroar is actually like a pro wrestler, but he's also the wait, it's not Pyroar. What is the pig Pokemon's first name? I don't remember.
I'm thinking of is Endeavor, and that's not right.
No, it's not. But it kind of looks like
that's
Endeavor.
Not right.
But yeah, he's a giant like cat wrestler Pokemon, and he does fucking like drop kicks, and like he hits the lariat on like timing and shit. Throws enemies into the ropes, man, and his throws are great. His back throw does fucking 16% damage. It's unreal.
And if he hits somebody, he pauses and rallies the crowd by like doing pro wrestler calls and shit.
Yeah.
It's your character, Brian. He's your man.
It's gonna be great.
Fuck it.
Oh. Brian doesn't like anything.
It's okay. He'll get there. He's getting Smash. He'll play it with us.
Yay!
I actually made the decision this week. I'm not buying Smash.
Okay. Alright, Brian. We'll see. They're also doing amiibos for fighters that have that are going to be in this game, or characters that weren't in Smash 4. Inkling from Splatoon, Ridley from Metroid, holy shit, and
from Samus
from Star Fox.
Ridley from Samus, huh?
Are good. I didn't say it. All right, like I need y'all to like chill out. But those are going to be available on December 7th when the game comes out. In mid-February, we're going to get King K. Rool and Ice Climbers amiibos, and we have Isabelle from Animal Crossing, Pichu, Ken, Young Link, and Daisy set to come out in 2019. We've also gotten a lot of information about the new Spirits mode. And basically the Spirits are replacements of not assist trophies, but like trophies in general from the older games, where they honor like characters from like various series and whatnot. And these characters kind of work like buffs on particular characters. You can equip them on a character. You can take a primary spirit, which gives you like some sort of large ability, or item or some such nonsense. And then you get like minor spirits that like buff you in support ways. There are 4 classes of spirits: novice, advanced, ace, and legendary. and you acquire spirits through spirit battles on the spirit board. I know that that's jargony nonsense, but basically you get special battles with special conditions versus different characters. Like you might fight Mario, but he can turn metal at certain intervals in the game. Or you fight like a character that's specifically interested in taunting you at every turn. You could fight a giant Mega Man that's just going to try to throw you around the map, and you have to try to beat them in timed battles, stamina battles, or, straight up stock battles.
The spirits are how I know that, like, fucking ARMS is dead to Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, I was certain when they were recycling Smash, and they're like, everybody's here.
Hey, even the ARMS characters are in. Like, Springman is a assist trophy.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, no, but I guess that's what I'm saying, is that, like, Smash has so many tiers of things that don't matter. They're like, assist trophies, they don't matter. Now there's, like, spirits, they don't matter. Like, the only thing that people actually care about are, who's a playable character. And no character from ARMS made it. And it's like, okay, you got, Springman, he's an assist trophy, and Twin Tail, she's a spirit. So, hey, fuck off. ARMS is dead. Enjoy. Long live ARMS. So, hope nobody out there was holding out hope for ARMS 2, legs, because it's not going to happen.
Isn't that just Street Fighter at that point?
I think only if we get Min punching a waterfall?
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
Also, like, ARMS... I don't think ARMS is actually a good game. But that's a whole other thing.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, it's entirely possible that, like, ARMS maybe overly benefited from coming out 2 months, 3 months after the launch of the Switch. And so, like, there are a lot of people who wanted to buy new Nintendo first-party games for their Switch. When they're like, fuck, I've already dumped like 200 hours into Zelda. What do I do with my life now? I've already played this fucking Mario Kart game. What do I do with my life? And Nintendo's like, how about these ARMS? And they sold like 1.5 million copies of that nonsense. And I wonder just how many people still give a shit about ARMS. Like, I want the parody of the Waluigi, like, Defense Force out there who are like, like, Sakurai, why? Where's my Waluigi? I want the Twin Tail team out there, like, like, we will not rest. Like, here's a change.org petition to put Twin Tail into Smash. For real. I need her weird hair and mega booty in my fighting game. I need her to, like, team up with Kirby. Come on. Come on, people.
That could be cool.
No, Rocky, it's not. I'm offering it up as an example of something which is not cool.
I don't know, man. Like, Twin Tail would
be a neat fighter.
Yeah. And I could see her teaming up with Kirby. That could be cool.
She'd love Kirby. Kirby would love her.
Like, actually, everyone loves Kirby. Like, do you remember that comic when, like, Bayo came out? And, like, Bayo met Kirby, and then, like, Bayo did Kirby's makeup?
Yeah! And Kirby looked fierce.
True.
It was good.
It was a good time. I don't know, man. They could have that kind of relationship. Also, I think Bayo and Twin Tail would be friends. Even though, like, Bayo's crazy busted. But I think they have a similar vibe.
Oh, yeah, they do. They'd be thenemies.
They would be frenemies, fuck. But
canonical frenemies.
Oh, man. So, yeah. Their spirit battles, they have a weapon triangle. And then spirits also gain experience through battles, and you can actually attach them to, like, characters and have, like, specific spirit battles. So, I mean, there's definitely going to be, like, a whole, like, set of Smash players that are going to do that. It's definitely going to be outside the mainstream, I think. It would be weird if that became the mainstream, though. Like,
like, that's how Smash tournaments are now? Like, you have to use a spirit?
Yeah, like, it'd be something like... or even if it became its own, like, kind of side tourney. Because you know how, like, for example, Pokemon, like, requires, like, investment and, like, strategy and, like, putting together weird shit?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be interesting if, like, there was a subset of people that hit that niche, especially since there isn't a mainline Pokemon game this year. That like
it would not surprise me if like there was a special like tourney set up specifically for spirit battles, because the spirit thing looks like it's going to be super complicated.
Yeah,
it's gonna add. I think it is gonna add something to the gameplay, but you know, what do I know?
But let's say you don't want to do spirits, right? Let's say it looks like a bunch of whack nonsense. You just want to hit people with your characters and shit. You want to do it online? You got it, man. Like, now you're being matched up based on, like, your own rule set. So, like, the for fun, for glory is no longer a thing. You also get a global smash power, which kind of works like a ranking, where, let's say you are global smash power 100,000. That means you're better than 99,999 people that play Smash. Congratulations. But it also is going to try to prioritize distance. So, like, you don't end up in some crazy laggy game with someone in Oceania. So, you know, looks like they're actually trying to, like, put together something. I mean, it does suck that the Switch dock doesn't have a LAN adapter associated with it, and you have to buy an extra LAN adapter, but, oh god, they're really going for that day one money.
They got those GameCube controllers again. You know, people are gonna, you know, go crazy for those.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, like,
people love their GameCube controllers.
Didn't we, like, talk about, like, a year ago where they said that that Reggie was like, oh, it's weird. The Switch dock just totally works with the Nintendo GameCube adapter.
Yeah, and I think we called him out when that happened, too. Like,
yeah.
Where he's like, it's a surprise. We had no idea. And it's like, come the fuck on, Reggie. Come the fuck on.
Also, you can duo online on a single system, which is really cool. So if you're sitting around with a friend, you just want to play 2v2s online, you feel like streaming or whatever, you can just go ahead and do that out of the box. Ooh, actually, while there are 72 characters in the game, so far, at launch, there will be 74 characters, counting Piranha Plant, Ken, and Incineroar.
Alright, we need to stop here and talk about fucking Piranha Plant in depth.
Okay.
Why? He's good.
Yeah, Piranha Plant looks dope.
What's wrong with Piranha Plant, Brian?
Piranha Plant is not a character. He is an environmental hazard.
What?
Oh man, like the Piranha Plants are around. Like, are Shy Guys characters?
Barely, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that they have a better claim to it than a fucking Piranha Plant. Like, at least like a Piranha Plant, at least a Shy Guy is a thing wandering the environment. The Piranha Plant is a stationary environmental hazard.
Actually, about that, we don't know if they're actually stationary. Like, we know that they actually move through pipes. We don't know if they're limited to a single pipe.
All right, circle back to my thing about the internet earlier. Continue.
Okay. I forgot what I was thinking about after duos. Oh, right. Yeah, there's 74 characters in the game out of the box. They're going to add more as DLC. There will be a fighter pass for like $25. You get them all forever. Or you can pay $5 a pack. And there are 5 planned, but they didn't show us any of those. They did tell us that each pack is going to come with a new character, a new stage, with music to go with that stage. And that's what you'd be buying with your like $6 a pop.
Not just one piece of music, though. They said a couple of tracks.
Yeah.
So, and you can buy each, like, set individually also. So if you're not into all of them or you want to see what they are first, you don't have to get them right away. Like, you could also buy them all individually for, like, $6 a pop.
Mm-hmm. And, right. So there are 74 characters in the game, but, like, the first character select screen when you play, like Smash, like, with people, there's only, like, 7 characters since, like, 8 characters since the original, like, 8 characters from Smash Bros. And you unlock them over time. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I do know that people are considering that it might take a significant amount of time, that they're, at least in my local scene, which normally runs, like, 4 weeklies, I think, They are doing no day one tournaments for it because they anticipate it's going to take that long to unlock the cast. So there's a bunch of day two tourneys showing up. I'm going to see how that goes. Oh, and the new single player campaign, World of Light, is pretty fucking gnarly. But
it's got a theme song.
It does have a theme song. It's so anime-ass anime, guys.
It is.
Basically, there's a whole fleet of master hands. They're coming out of the sky, and then they turn into this crazy, like, beams of light, and they just, like, toast everybody. Well, everybody except for Kirby. Kirby just, like, face plants out in the middle of nowhere. And then now Kirby's on a journey to try to bring everyone back. There is an overworld. It doesn't look like it's going to be as, like, story-heavy as Subspace Emissary, which means we won't get the next great fan fiction out of this title. But we'll probably get some.
Are you kidding? We're going to get a great fan fiction out of this title. Everybody's fucking possessed by the spirits. You have to fight them all.
But
you gotta fight your friends. Also, there's already a ton of great comics about how Sonic would have escaped if he hadn't slowed down to rescue Pikachu!
Oh, man.
Sonic's a good hero. We don't deserve him.
Here we go.
Pikachu, he did his best to save him.
Also, like, it was very clear that no one could escape these beams of light. There were characters with just straight up reflectors. They're just like, nah, you're not getting through this. Falco tries to fly away in an R-Wing, and they just catch up to him. There's just three beams of light that just blows him up.
To be fair, Link's Hero Shield blocks 2 hits before he just gets absolutely slammed.
Which is pretty serious. Like,
right?
Shout out to the Highland Shield.
The only reason that Kirby makes it away is because the fucking Warp Star actually warps.
Yeah, it moves at the speed of light.
It literally blinks him out of existence just in time.
Which, you know, just tells us again, Kirby's busted. Like, he's just holding back because he wants us to believe, man. Did I miss any of the Smash stuff, Tegan?
No, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff. It's good. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm really excited.
It's gonna be a really big game. Also, like, I mean, I know I've already said this, but this Smash, like, it's not a port. It actually is new Smash.
It's not a port! It's not a port!
So I apologize. I was really upset before.
You're welcome.
I've learned the error of my ways.
I forgive you.
Thank you, Tegan. I appreciate it.
Because I'm the one who was screaming it's not a port from day one, so.
That is true. That is something that Tegan did.
Well, Tegan, yeah, you are a Nintendo apologist, so it wouldn't have mattered. It could have been a port. You would have said it.
If it was a port, I'd have said it was a port.
Oh, or
I would have been like, I'm wrong. But it's not a port.
It wasn't a port, man. That's just how it worked. That's how it worked out this time, man. What's going on in Sony news, Brian?
They put out the full list of the 20 games for on the PlayStation Classic. A lot of nerds got out there, complained, but also a lot of nerds are childish. There was a lot of like, oh, why isn't this particular game on there? And I think, well, here's the reality of the things. Like, there are a lot of games out there that have very specific business reasons for not being on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, ain't no way Activision is going to license, you know, Crash Bandicoot to appear on this thing when they're trying to sell you a Crash Bandicoot remastered trilogy. You know, ain't no way Activision's going to license Spyro the Dragon to appear on this thing when Activision's getting ready to sell you a Spyro remastered trilogy. A lot of people are like, well, why is it Resident Evil, and not Resident Evil 2? It's like, well, Capcom's not going to license Resident Evil 2.
When they're making an HD remake
of Resident Evil 2. It's just, that's where we are. And then there's some games which just aren't going to happen because of, like, the way licensing works now. Because of, like, shit getting caught up in, like, old music licenses or old likeness licenses. Like, people are like, where's all the Tony Hawk games? Where's fucking Tony Hawk? I'm like, well, because Activision doesn't have the rights to use Tony Hawk's likeness anymore, and those games are full of licensed music, and all of those contracts would need to be renegotiated. That is why there's no Tony Hawk on here.
Oh, I just remembered there was I recently followed Tony Hawk on Twitter because Tony Hawk's Twitter is amazing. It's mostly just people not like either not knowing that he's famous or just like not reacting to it. There's at one point he was I think he was in Ontario, like an airport or something, and he took a picture with a fan, and there's some woman's like, I don't know who you are, and it's like, that's cool, I don't expect you to, and it's just like, well, who are you? Like, I'm a pro skateboarder. It's like, oh, so you were the one that was like with the red hair that like won the Olympics, like obviously referring to Shaun White, and he's just like, no, that wasn't me. And like his life is just that now. Like it's this stupid existential horror or whatever.
Weird.
Yeah. I'd love that.
Yeah, follow Tony Hawk on Twitter.
Please let my life be super stupid existential horror when I'm an adult.
Oh, you just gotta get famous really fast and then just disappear.
Nice.
Or there was like, oh man. Now go ahead.
No, so like, I feel like for the most part, the games that are on here are like pretty good. And so like, I ain't gonna complain because like, I feel like there's a right combination on here of games that are, like super multiplayer fun chill out time. And then like stuff which you can really just sink your teeth into. And some shit which is like very, very specifically like feels very PlayStation 1. And for all you people out there who are like, where's Ape Escape? This thing doesn't come with a DualShock controller, guys. It comes with a launch PlayStation controller. Again, fuck off. They're not going to give it a DualShock just so you can play Ape Escape.
I mean, like, why not? I like Ape Escape. I like Super Monkey Ball.
Well, it's like, if you want to play some Ape Escape, you know what's available on the PlayStation 4? Ape Escape 2, using the PS2 on PS4 backwards compatibility. It's like one of the few games available on PS2 on PS4, which is actually pretty good. And I don't think that you're going to get any Final Fantasy that was on the PS1 other than 7, because Square Enix would like you to remember that Final Fantasy 7 exists because they're currently making a giant multi-part remake of it. So, the list of games, which is going to be on the PS Classic, is Cool Borders 2. I'm totally down. I have talked before on the show about, like, the heyday of extreme sports games. This was a good one. Destruction Derby, super fun. Bang Up Car Time, good times, thumbs up. Final Fantasy 7, have a good time, play a little Final Fantasy. You know, not everybody's favorite, but enough people's favorite that I think some folks will be really happy. Grand Theft Auto 1. I bet there are people out there who have never played Grand Theft Auto 1. I would like to be a fly on the wall when a whole bunch of people do that. I think it'd be hilarious.
I've never played Grand Theft Auto 1.
Well, it's okay. Like, yeah, it's a top-down thing, Tegan, and everything looks like micro machines.
But...
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you see? That's you going, what? Just hearing about it. Like,
I'm weirded out already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intelligent Cube. That's a super fun puzzle game. I'd love to get back into that. Jumping Flash. Man, how come I can't get a new Jumping Flash game? Come on.
I think that's part of their plan. Because, Jumping Flash was one of the initial games that they announced, in addition to Wild Arms, which we'll get to.
Yep.
And, like, those games, like, I guess they had a history, but they apparently might actually have a future. Because those are the ones they wanted to get in front of everything first.
I'd be super down if there was, like, more Jumping Flash to be had. Because a first-person platforming game where I play a giant fucking metal robot rabbit, I'm super down. Metal Gear Solid, I'm pretty stoked for this because it's a recreation of the original PlayStation, then that means that you'll have to do the thing that you had to do in order to beat Psycho Mantis on the PS1. when you played Metal Gear Solid 1 on the original PlayStation, you're like, man, why is Psycho Mantis just like, whatever I do, he like knows what I'm going to do before I do it. And it's like, it's crazy. And so you had to take your controller and unplug it from controller port 1 and then plug it into controller port 2.
Yeah.
So that way he couldn't read your mind.
That was pretty cool.
Trying to remember, what were the games on your memory card that Psycho Mantis could see? What were they? I'm trying to remember the full list.
That was a pretty big list.
I mean, they're all Konami titles.
Wait, were they?
Yeah, because it's a Konami game, and so it was like he'd just be like, "I see that you like Suikoden."
Yeah, Suikoden should have been on this list. Damn.
Man. And it would be like, I see that you like Suikoden, I see that you like Castlevania, that kind of thing. So it's all, Konami titles. Yeah, I don't think there's any of the games that he can see on this list. So, like, I don't think that you get to have the experience of him being like, oh, I see that you like, fill in the name of a game here.
Well, I mean, for the Twin Snakes version on GameCube, it just read through, like, your GameCube games. And, like, they just added, like, new voice lines to it. Like, it doesn't seem like something that's completely out of the wheelhouse that they could do for this. Like, they could probably have it reference these games. They could probably do something specific for the PS Classic. It's not like Konami's doing anything else.
Yeah, well, hey, look. It's exhausting being in bed with the Yakuza and running health clubs. Let's see here. Mr. Driller. Mr. Driller is the bomb. Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Super good. Rayman. Yay! Like, one of the things that I think gets underrated from, like, this era of games, like that 32-bit, Sega Saturn, PS1 era, is, like, the 2D pixel art stuff. And, like, Rayman is super pretty. So, like, it'll be fun to play Rayman again. Resident Evil Director's Cut. Thumbs up. Revelations Persona. This is probably one of the few games that, like, I kind of have a sticking point with it being on here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like the love of Persona that exists out there in the popular consciousness now is based on Personas 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it has a lot to do with, like, affectionate PlayStation memories. Like, if you're like, hey, everybody, like, give me, like, your rose-colored glasses memories of the PlayStation. Like, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people out there, even people who might have gone back and played this, who can be like, when I think PlayStation, Persona 1 is intrinsically tied to my thoughts of that console. This kind of feels like things that came after this console's generation influencing its inclusion pretty significantly. That's really the only sticking point I've got. Ridge Racer Type 4. I'm glad to see that Ridge Racer made it here. I wish it would have been Ridge Racer 1, but, like, Type 4 is plenty good. Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, yo.
Yeah.
Important.
That's a really good choice.
Important. Yeah. Siphon Filter. Good Times. Tekken 3. Do you think that was the right Tekken to include, Rocky?
I personally prefer 2 over 3, but I think 3 was the better choice for them.
Okay. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Solid choice. Twisted Metal. Car combat is just such a dead genre at this point. Like, nobody's making new car combat games. Hope that this kind of, like, stirs the pot and gets people going, like, I'd like to play car combat games again. I realize that car combat game controls are kind of unwieldy, but nobody, I think, has ever really tried to, like, put serious time into designing a car combat game since we've come into a dual analog stick world. So maybe we could take another stab at that. And Wild Arms. So I think this is a good list. I think that, like, these 20 games for $100 and a cute little PlayStation is a fun time. So, I don't know.
I'm actually nitpicky. I don't care about Final Fantasy VII like anymore. I know why they put it there, but I would have preferred like Tactics be there because I honestly think that's a better game. I know Suikoden isn't here because I guess they only really wanted to give Konami like one. Is this the only one or is it 2 slots? I'm trying to see again.
I think it's the only one, yeah.
Yeah, but like Suikoden would have been great. Gran Turismo, I think, is a better racing game that should have been here. And I feel like Twisted Metal and Destruction Derby are similar enough in concept that only one of them needed to be here.
Okay. I think that as far as the Final Fantasy Tactics, like, I get it.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, like, Square Enix is going to stand in the way of that because
Square Enix sucks, man. We know.
And I think there's definitely an argument for Tactics. I would not really have been willing to entertain any arguments for, like, 8 or 9.
Yeah, 8's not that good. And 9 is cool. Like, it's very stylized, but it also, like, got the graphics upgrade that people really wanted for 7.
But I think that there's enough of, like, a weird cult following around, like, Tactics over mainline entries that I think that there's an argument for it. Yeah. I think as far as, like, Gran Turismo versus Ridge Racer, I still would go Ridge Racer just because of how intrinsically tied to that platform Ridge Racer was. And that's why I said I would have gone with Ridge Racer 1 over Type 4 because Ridge Racer 1, launched with a PlayStation, and
yeah,
I can't think of anybody who bought a PlayStation launch day and didn't buy Ridge Racer. There was a lot of ubiquity to it. And there was very much like a console wars style competition between Ridge Racer and Daytona on the Saturn. And so, like, Ridge Racer was like, hey man, just look how much fucking better this looks than, like, Daytona. Feel to it. So, Gran Turismo ultimately became more associated with the platform than Ridge Racer because Ridge Racer was a third-party licensed game. But at the launch of the PlayStation, they did a lot of leaning on Namco to, like, flesh them out and make them seem impressive in that first year. Like, there were a lot of, like, Namco games that came out in, like, 94, 95 that might as well have been first party because of how much Sony, advertised, leaned on, and promoted them, and even in some cases packed them in. There were, like, Ridge Racer bundles. There were Tekken bundles. Like, they wanted people to know you can play these games here. I think that, like, not having Suikoden or Castlevania kind of just speaks to, like, how good Konami was at the time, and if we want to make it a little bit broader, Capcom was at the time. This is, like, peak, as far as, like, output. This is peak Capcom. This is peak Konami right now at this point. Like, you could probably fill this console with, like, 10 Konami games and 10 Capcom games and come up with a list that people, like, would not be upset with.
Yeah. Also Parappa the Rapper. I feel like that would have been fun for me. Like,
personally, I feel like there is a reason to not include it, but it's a technological limitation reason. Which is that, like, rhythm games that were designed to be played on CRT televisions are...
Oh, yeah, the lag on LCD. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. It's why, like Parappa and, like, Punch-Out are, like, nearly impossible to play on modern televisions. So, like, I'm sure that, like, they could have, like, put Parappa on, but it would have probably required it being, like, a under the hood port as opposed to just like emulation.
Yeah.
Because you would need to do things to Parappa to make it playable in a way that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Tegan, thoughts?
I don't have any thoughts. I never had a PlayStation. I don't know any of these games. You know, like, I didn't get into PlayStation until PlayStation 2, and I really only got into PlayStation 2 because of Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, and the Dot Hack games.
Oh, the Dot Hack games were good.
So if this does well, which I'm suspecting it will, I think what they're gonna have to do is then when they do a PS2, obviously they're not gonna put the Kingdom Hearts games on there because they're re-releasing them for every goddamn system under the sun, so there's no point, but they should re-release the Dot Hack series, like, the original 4.
I don't think we're at a point yet where we can have, like, a PS2 classic. I think those games are new enough that companies are just comfortable reselling them.
Well, can they please resell the original Dot Hack games then, please? Jesus!
I guess the best hope for that is, like, more robust backwards compatibility on PS5. So what you can hope, Tegan, is that Sony will take backwards compatibility as seriously as Microsoft does.
In the next gen?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I hope. I have a hope.
Rocky, what's going on, man?
I mean, Evo's coming back to Mandalay Bay. We got a new trailer. The tourney's going to take place August 2nd, 4th, 2019 at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. You know, they just gave us some highlights from last year. You know, Fighter Z is pretty big because it was their largest tournament last year by far, like something like an extra 1,000 entrants. We still don't have a lineup yet, but we're not going to get that for a little while. We have to do like the charity tournament and that whole shit. But there's a pretty good chance that Soul Calibur 6 will end up being on the lineup since it is new and it has been pretty popular, if not only for the memes. Smash Ultimate, it's definitely going to be there. There's no way it's taking out Melee. And I guess it would replace Smash 4. But it depends on how big Smash 4... Nah, they're going to leave Smash 4. We're putting it in the dirt.
So, like, alright, so what was main stage? Like, there were like 9 games, right? So, what's leaving next year? Like, what... So, Smash 4 going into the dirt in order for,
Ultimate.
Yeah, let's see here.
And
Evo,
Street Fighter, Tekken, Cross Tag, DBFZ, which is 4, Bolt Smashes, which puts us at 6, Guilty Gear, which puts us at 7, Injustice 2, which puts us at 8. Was MK10 on there?
Okay, yeah, there were 8.
Really? So there wasn't enough game. But yeah, man, like, Evo's coming back. I'm pretty sure last year was the last year of Guilty Gear, which sucks because they don't want to all move to Cross Tag. I know that for sure. But they're gonna like rip them.
They're gonna have to.
And Injustice 2 still has enough of a following. Plus, Sonic Fox still plays it, so like that's enough just to keep the game alive. Even if he did only get 7th, like a fucking Evo last year.
I'm hoping that the release of the re-release of Catherine in February next year hopefully means that like we'll see more of a presence for Catherine.
There's still going to be a side tourney. Like, even in 2017 when I went, the Catherine side tourney had something like, I know it had double digit entrants. I want to say there was like 23 people in it. So like, I mean, they're still out there. They're still playing.
Mm.
And like, what, Windjammers got something like 80 entrants this year? But they did have a pretty significant pot bonus and a celebrity player. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a celebrity Catherine player. Who knows? Maybe like Ryan Reynolds is really into it.
And it's entirely possible by the time that EVO happens next year that Windjammers 2 will be a thing, so.
Oh, wait, isn't Windjammers... Wait, no, we don't have a date for Windjammers 2, right?
We don't.
Sorry.
We're cool.
Well, what was that all about, Tegan?
She's talking to the cat.
Yeah. The old man, decided that what he needed to do was pop his claws in the nice cloth chair. And so I was saying hey to him to get him to stop, and now he's whacking me with his claws.
Oh.
Cause he still has claws.
Well, it sounds to me like he doesn't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. He never
You know who
does.
else doesn't give a fuck?
He old man. You?
Sony doesn't give a fuck.
Sony doesn't give a fuck.
You know why
No,
they don't give a
don't.
fuck? Because they've shipped 86 million PS4s.
Yeah, they got fuck you
What?
money.
What?
Yeah. They've released their latest financial report, which indicates that the PS4 has shipped 86.1 million units since 2013. Numbers are down year over year compared to previous reports. However, the console's 5 years old. They managed to shift another 3 million units during the last quarter that ended September 30th. The console may be considered entering its twilight phase, but it's still making bank, yo. They indicate that they believe that they're going to ship another 17.5 million units between now and March 2019. At this point, the games sold have passed 75 million units, including full games and DLC sales. And at 28% of sales are digital. PlayStation Plus subscriptions are up with a total of 34.3 million signups. Man, so let's say you're Sony, right? And you're in a rapidly changing marketplace. How much are you like clinging to the PS4 because, man, the world is changing all around you, and you don't want to like face the scary realities of a changing market? Is there any way the PS5 can do these kind of numbers?
Well, yeah, like gaming markets are getting bigger all the time. And if they really, clean up in the next year or whatever, have a really strong showing. I mean, they're going to have a strong 2019 from the start, from what we've already seen.
As long as they have backwards compatibility with PS4 games, I think they'll probably be okay at least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think that they need to be concerned with stuff like attachment rate?
Well,
I wonder if like $60 a game as a standard retail expectation is something that can continue to be a norm. I mean, there's such a significant percentage of their base is still buying physical games. Like, when they say that, like, okay, 28% of sales were digital, that means that most people are still buying retail games. So I wonder if like what percentage of the used game market overall in total is driven by Sony. Like, Microsoft has a larger percentage of their customer base buying their games digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if it's just because of the way that, the dashboards are positioned. Like, it's more prominent, it's easier, and it's more obvious to buy a digital game on the Xbox versus the PlayStation. Like, But as it is, like, if somebody isn't necessarily equipped to spend $60 on a game, it's harder to engage with the platform as a customer. Like, you're probably buying more used games because you're like, oh, I can't spend $60 on a game, but I can spend $30 on a game.
I think it depends on the game. Like, every game, $60 is definitely a thing that's going to change. Hell, it's changing right now. But, like, Sekiro looks like it's entirely worth the $60. So does Ghost of Tsushima. And, like, other third-party offerings, like whatever Rockstar puts out, well, not whatever Rockstar puts out, but when they put out their game for the generation or whatever, like, there are people who've spent upwards of, like, hundreds of dollars on fucking Grand Theft Auto 5.
And that's not including the fucking DLC, like, online-only content.
Yeah.
The shark cash and shit.
The shark cards.
And then, like, so, I mean, those games will definitely be around, and their price points might actually just increase over time. Like, I think, like, real AAA games might end up being something closer to $80 or $100, possibly as soon as next generation. Like, if someone gets really mad about what the day one prices are. Like, even, like, with Smash, you know? Like, for Smash, like, you buy the $60 game, there's also a fighter pass, there's a LAN adapter if you want to play online consistently. And there's the controller and, like, the controller adapter. Like, that's easily north of $100 on day one.
Right.
Even if you bought one GameCube controller, you know? And shit like that, like, people are going to realize, hey, I'm still spending $100 on the game. Just bundle it together and I'll fucking buy it. And then that becomes, like, the intro price for certain games sometimes.
Oh, I pre-ordered the $100 version of Hitman 2. Because it has all of the DLC, just as part of the price. It's like, okay, all of the anticipated DLC is bundled in here, plus some, like, pre-order fun pack costumes for $47, and you get to play the game earlier. And, like, I don't necessarily like the idea of staggered pricing for the privilege of being able to play a game earlier, but I am willingly participating in it this time just because of, like, how marked out I am for that series. I'm like, oh god, like, play Hitman next Friday or wait until the Tuesday after that. Nope, here we go, here's my money.
Well, it's also, like, becoming clear that early access is slowly becoming a process in terms of, like, quality. Doesn't really mean anything. So maybe, like, access will really just be access after a while, you know? Like, it's a trend that's actively being bucked.
Yeah. There's just such a... I think you're absolutely right, Rocky, that, like, early access is just going to cease to mean anything, because there are definitely games that released and had, like, full retail releases that, like, it was obvious after not too much time that those games were mostly unfinished and would continue to, like, have significant development over the course of, like, multiple years after that. But then there are games which release in early access that are already providing, like, full-fledged experiences to people.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what's more important is whether or not a game is labeled early access, and instead, like, how a developer chooses to support it. And I think that one of the things that probably does hurt Sony is not really being willing to engage with developers in that way. Like, there is no version of early access for the PlayStation right now. And Microsoft has the Xbox Game Preview program, where, like, every game has to have a mandatory free demo download, which is just the full early access game with, like, a time limited demo on it. It's like, I think you could play for something like 90 minutes, 2 hours. And then if you want to keep playing, you have to, like, pay for it. But it's a way to prevent people from, like, say, buying an early access game on Xbox and then getting burned by it. But Sony, with the exception of Fortnite, doesn't allow anything that labels itself as early access onto their platform. And that had to put them behind the 8 ball in negotiating for stuff like, say, PUBG.
Well, about that, how Fortnite and PUBG, they were both in early access. And actually, has Fortnite officially released yet? I can't really remember.
It has not.
Okay. So PUBG, I think, is actually one of the worst examples of early access. Like, it's definitely huge, like it made a shit ton of money because it had a novel concept. But it's the thing that always made it early access to me was that it was really small in terms of experience and it was super buggy. And then when like PUBG actually released, the bugs that were there, like in early access, are still there. And arguably we have new and more interesting bugs in the game. And I mean, we got a second map and there's definitely more functionality that's being added to the game, but it's not any cleaner an experience. And one of the things about like early access that's happening is that there are things like that where there are just like straight up buggy experiences that are part of the game that aren't clear are part of the game versus things that will be fixed later.
Sure. Yeah. No, it's tough because like I think that part of the early access experience is how much faith do you have into that developers' abilities to fulfill the promises that they make. And a lot of that is going to be dependent upon for you if you're not a consumer who like dumps yourself into gaming news, is going to be an ability to gather opinions from a marketplace. And one of the things that, bringing this again back to Sony, that Sony does not really necessarily provide to a consumer well, is on their digital storefront, a way to gather a sampling of opinions about a product from other customers. Like, you don't cleanly get presented to you user reviews. Now, admittedly, the biggest digital marketplace in the world, Steam, has got a litany of problems when it comes to like the way that they represent user reviews. But there are at least some people who feel comfortable using them to develop an opinion. And they're surfaced pretty well on the Xbox platform, but it's funny. Like, one of the things that happened this week that I didn't throw into the news was that some people leaked the NDA for the beta test for the PlayStation name change program, talking about the shit that like may get fucked up if you change your name on PlayStation. Like, you'll lose the rights to games that you've previously purchased digitally. You'll lose leaderboard positions. You'll lose DLC. Cloud saves will disappear. All kinds of stuff. And also because apparently what it does is like layer the new name on top of the old name. You'll always have the right to revert to your original name because it doesn't re-enter the pool of available names. Because it's still just tied to like an underlying user identity. And I know I have bagged on in the past, and at various points we have bagged on, depending on what they're doing at the time, Nintendo's online structure, whether it's like slow service or not articulating what they're saying well. But I think the only reason that Nintendo gets like bagged on more for their bad online than Sony's bad online is that like Nintendo, at the very least, releases with some frequency press releases and Nintendo Directs that kind of like easily expose the way their online is bad. Sony's online is arguably worse than Nintendo's and has been for years. Like, the network stability sucks. The way you interact with their store is bad. The tools for playing with people online are not very good. And if you're very, very lucky, then talking to somebody else online using the PlayStation Network will sound like both of you are standing in a metal tunnel yelling at each other from 20 yards away. So, like, come on, Sony. Current year argument. It's 2018.
When you guys were talking about new and unexpected bugs, my brain flew off to the unexpected bug with the beta for Fallout 76 for poor PC players.
Oh, yeah.
Where if you touch anything during the download, it deletes the entire download.
Like, it's just gone. Forever.
And they're just like, yeah, we know what's happening. Don't touch anything. If the download completes, also don't touch anything.
Did you guys hear that physics in Fallout 76 is entirely tied to frame rate?
What?
So get this. Your
can
movement...
Wait, so does that mean I can lower the frame rate and, like, fucking go off into the abyss?
So what that means is that you can outrun most monsters in the game by just looking at the ground while you're running. Because it'll increase your frame rate and therefore increase your movement speed.
This is amazing.
The low poly strats.
Yeah, so the idea of like, getting chased by a death claw, stare at the ground and run away.
Just like, nope.
Yeah. And so like there have been like lots of like people online who have been like poking at the fact that like, yep, Bethesda has entirely tied all the physics in this game to the frame rate, so there's all kinds of dumb shit, like people finding ways to like drop multiple objects out of the sky at the same time, and or like, you know, two people will jump off the same cliff and fall at different speeds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Does one of them survive and the other one die?
Yup.
Nice!
Yep.
Lower your frame rate to survive the apocalypse!
Oh no.
This is how we survive nuclear winter!
This is how we see now, guys.
I love it! Jesus, wow! Bethesda, it's a whole new world! A whole new exciting list of weirdo bugs! And I can't wait to explore it. Jeez.
God, I mean, they released that like page-long press release, which was like, "Hey guys, we're fuck-ups. We hope you love us." And it's like, I'm sorry, like I'm not going to give you guys $60 to get teabagged by nerds on the internet while like I play your fucking like buggy trash fire. Just even if I ain't got nothing better to do, I got better things to do.
I'm not returning the Power Armor Edition, though. Y'all can fucking fight me over it.
That's all you, Tegan. Tegan!
Yeah.
On the heels of this Sony business news, do you have any news?
I do have news!
Uh-huh.
The Switch has outsold the GameCube!
Rip GameCube.
R.I.P. Yep. We now know Nintendo's latest financial data, which includes the new milestone of 22.86 million units sold for the Switch.
That's a lot.
So the Switch has absolutely crushed the Wii U in record time, and now it's beaten the GameCube's 21.74 million sales. I can't fucking read numbers today, my bad. It's now officially in the top 20 all-time console seller list and has its sights on the Xbox's 24 million mark next. Dun-dun-dun. The next Nintendo target is the Nintendo 64, which sold 32.93 million units. As for the future, Nintendo still wants to hit a target of 20 million additional Switches sold for the fiscal year, 13 million more than last year. They're hoping Smash Ultimate will bolster their numbers.
Guys, you think that Smash is going to help them move 20 million units?
Well, it's 5
Smash is
million.
gonna have, yeah.
I could see Smash selling 5 million Switches.
Between Smash and Pokemon, I could see that selling 5 million units.
Especially Christmas time. It's a perfect storm, man.
I mean,
yeah.
It's not a sarcastic question. It's a sincere question. Like, do you...
I think it could. Potentially it could, yeah. I already know a bunch of people, like, who have pre-ordered. There's, like, a Smash bundle, and there's a Pokemon bundle, and people have already, like, been pre-ordering those. So, I can only say that should Nintendo do a Direct before the end of their fiscal year that talks about the next-gen Pokemon game, they're gonna hit that goal 100%. Like, even if they're just like, here's the title card, we'll talk about it more at E3. It's gonna go. It's gonna go. People are gonna buy them.
As a random aside, and a thing that I saw this week that might help Nintendo reach this goal, a thing that absolutely confused me, was I saw that GameStop was running a promotion where they would give you $200 in credit for the purchase of a Switch. If you trade in a Switch.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some dirty nonsense, man.
Yep. I mean, it works with other systems too, but you know. They're advertising for people who specifically are looking for that Smash or EV bundle specifically, and so they'll boost your Switch trade towards the new Switch if you want that bundle instead. It's just like they did the same thing for Xbox. If you traded in your Xbox for an Xbox that had Red Dead, they boosted your trade.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I mean, I don't want to live on this planet, but it's definitely not because of the video games.
Oh man, I'm gonna carve something good out of this planet if it kills me. Believe it.
Believe it.
Yeah.
$1 billion tequila.
That they will.
Dude, it sounds dope. Dude, Brian, I know you're trashing me for it, but you know that sounds dope. You know Clooney did that, right? Like,
$1 billion tequila.
So, like, Clooney loves tequila, right? Like, and he drinks tequila with his friends, and, like, you know, he doesn't have, like, a wife and a family, so he gets to, like, spend all his time doing
Clooney's
wacky bullshit.
married?
Oh, yeah, he is married, Amal. But this was before he was married. This is when, like, they were just like, yeah, Clooney's never gonna settle down. And he was talking with his friends, and they drink a lot of tequila. He's like, hey, guys, maybe we should make a tequila. And, you know, they spent, like, a couple years. They sampled a bunch of, like, local flavors, and they settled on one. Like, yeah, this one's good. And then they, like, branded it and started selling it, and, like, the brand took off. And then, like, 2 years later, a billionaire basically says, hey, man, I'll give you $2 billion for, like, your tequila brand. And he's just like, yeah, I mean, I guess. And that was it. Like, and they were just fucking around. They were just, like, trying to make a better tequila because they could. And then it became $1 billion tequila. They were entirely fucking around. I didn't mean that Clooney's, like... I know that Clooney's married. His wife is wonderful. Or rather, like... now I can't remember her first name. I just remember her last name's like Amal something. So it's like Amal Clooney. What's her first name? Brian?
Her first name was Amal.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shit. Then I'm an idiot. But that's what he did. He just fucked around and made $1 billion tequila, man. That sounds like fun. That sounds like some cool shit to do.
Certainly sounds like a hobby.
It was.
85 games came out on Steam yesterday.
Word.
Why?
Tegan, we've been through this.
Why?
Tegan, there was 146 last week.
No! It's too many! Are any of them Deltarune?
It should be, actually, right? Because Deltarune came out before Friday.
Okay. Anyway, so how many came out today?
Well, it went from, during the course of recording, 5 to 11. So first up we have Mushrooms Forest Walker.
Oh, is that wait, is this a sequel to that one that's just about picking mushrooms in the forest?
Yes.
With the magic mushrooms?
Yes.
It's back.
It's
back.
Yep. It is a recurring theme. Then we have Electric's Electromechanic Simulator, which appears to be a simulator of, like, repairing electronic equipment.
Okay.
There is a hot trailer showing a guy disassembling an iPhone 6 and then trying to, like, add more memory to it. So, like, you get, like, various, like, electronic devices, and it looks like it also includes, like, hacking tools and, like trying to like root this phone or disassemble this Game Boy Color and add a backlight and stuff like that. This seems like an incredibly narrow game in its appeal. Like the idea of like playing a game where it's like, okay, disassemble this digital Game Boy Color and then add a backlight to it. But, you know, I guess that could be fun. Maybe? I don't know. Then there's Game Ellen. Our character Ellen in this dream, she must defeat the evil monsters, get rid of the traps, and open the doors. Called Don't Opened and Impassable. In this sweet and exhausting adventure, you have to help our character to pass all the challenges and wake up Ellen. In Game Ellen. I don't know about all this. This character is a pretty interchangeable 2D sprite. Game is $2.39. Next up is Shrines of Sacred Essence demo. It claims to be both a MOBA and a card game. So I think everybody could be put off by it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. It's $4.99. Next up is Edge. Here's the total of the description. It's a balance ball game. That's it. That's all they got to say. Yeah. Edge is 59 cents. Then there's Soccer Battle Royal.
What?
Imagine Battle Royal and soccer will be combined into one game. This is exactly this game, Soccer Battle Royal. Oh, appears to be that there's like bombs and shit that goes off on the soccer field. It starts with 100 players are fighting in a huge battle arena and you are one of them. You have a clear goal to survive. At the same time, you should try and shoot as many goals as possible to eliminate as many enemies as possible. Only the last man standing will be the winner of the complete round. During the round, the circle of goals becomes constantly smaller to keep the action and thrill high. Your potential enemies have several strategies to become best player. To try and find out what they are doing and beat them with their own weapons, there are several difficulty levels to start. Easy and slowly becoming a real master. The magic of the game is handling the struggle to rush forward to beat all your competitors and be defensive at the same time so that you do not give your enemies a weak spot. You are your only teammate and are a combination of goalie and striker. This game was a submission to the Game Jam Ludum Dare 41. The theme of the Game Jam was combine two incompatible genres. $2.39.
Okay.
Yep. Next up is The Endless Empty, which says it is a surreal post-life adventure.
A what?
Yup.
A what?
A surreal post-life adventure.
A what?
A surreal...
The fuck is that?
Post-life adventure.
The fuck? A death adventure? It's a death adventure.
Yes.
Why not just call it a death adventure? A weird-ass death adventure. Like, jeez.
And here's what the developer has to say. Hey guys, as of right now, the price download button is missing for many new games being released on Steam. Sadly, the game has been hit with this issue. I have contacted Steam support, as well as other developers who are experiencing this issue. Hopefully I can get it resolved soon. In the meantime, The Endless Empty is also available on itch, and then he provides the link to the itch store.
Nice.
Yeah. We got Miami Cruise, which we've discussed on this show before, so it appears to be the thing where you take a game off Steam.
Oh, man. No, wait, but I had questions about the fucking soccer post-Battle Royale game. Nobody heard me. How are you fighting people? How are people eliminated? What do goals have to do with anything? Are the goals are you defending a single goal and you have to like try to score on other people's goals but not let your goal get scored on?
So it appears to be like what happens is that when a goal is scored, the soccer field becomes smaller, and then bombs go off on the field.
Oh, that's cool.
That's intense.
Yeah.
That's a level of bullshit I'm willing to participate in.
Yeah. So I don't know what that was about, Rocky. Sorry to all of our listeners at home. Apparently there's some weird audio issues. Rocky, did you have anything to add about the weird post-life adventure? Surreal.
Well, I mean, like, so you're just walking around and you're already dead. So, like, if the Sixth Sense twist isn't there, what are you actually doing?
It appears to be more like actively surreal than that. Like it looks like some goofy shit that somebody would be posting on Tumblr. Like weird art stuff. It looks very. I don't know.
I feel like I have no new information.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm all right. You know, to be fair, all right. Here we go. Let me hit you with some hot data. There we go. That's a screenshot.
Oh,
This is a lot, man.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm sorry that I wasn't able to like adequately convey that, but that is the game.
Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Next up is Incel Clicker.
Okay.
Incel Clicker is a fun, casually grinding with raging boomers, miniguns, and all of the major soiree hallmarks, including a rousing soundtrack and plenty of challenge.
I have to say something here. I don't think grinding should ever be casual. Like, I think it's something that you're doing. It's a grind. Like, that's the whole shit. And like if you float through it, it doesn't mean anything. I think, because otherwise, like making grinding super accessible, like at that point, you might as well just not use the grind because you're not doing anything. You know, like idly clicking a button isn't a play experience. I had to get that off my chest. It's important to me.
So here's your description. Can you defeat 7,004 enemies in one sitting?
Probably.
Incel Clicker is a fun, casually grinding game with raging boomers, miniguns, and all of the major soiree hallmarks, including a rousing soundtrack and plenty of challenge. Select your protagonist from a posse of 6 dynamic champions, including Bats, the only female with Klinefelter syndrome, and Sober Cole, a time-traveling alcoholic. Collect coins and purchase special attacks, such as a righteous volley of minigun fire and autistic screech. Play the Wheel of Incel if you dare, with amazing prizes, or a terminal case of untreated depression. Use pickup artist books to summon beta male orbiters who will work for you or the enemy. Face off with man-children, trolls, furries, and hundreds of other powerful foes. Open chests to discover special items such as cucumbers, lube, fedoras, and many others.
Okay, so
no,
Brian,
thank you.
I want to ask you about a particular tomato in that word salad that you just gave us. There was a single, the only female character. I think you called her Bats, and she had something. I think you said Klinefelter syndrome. What is that? What's a Klinefelter syndrome?
That's why we have Google Tabs. Let's find out. Let's do this. I'm sorry. It's apparently he misspelled it in the description.
Sure.
But I now know what he meant.
Brian?
Fuck. He meant Klinefelter syndrome.
What's that? I don't want to see it. I just want you to tell me what it is.
Thankfully, Wikipedia is here to give me a dry description. Klinefelter syndrome, also known as XXY, is a set of symptoms that result from 2 or more X chromosomes in males. The primary features are infertility and small testicles. So you see, that's his joke. That's why he thinks he's hilarious.
But he's just an asshole.
Because fuck this guy.
Like, thoroughly. Make sure no one gives him money. Don't give this fucking dumbass money. In fact, I've already forgot what his game is called. Okay. Man.
Yeah, he says that this is part of the Neckbeards franchise.
No franchise for him. He doesn't get one.
No. All done.
Yep.
All done. Goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for playing. I hate
Thanks,
it.
I
Goodbye.
hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
Oh, man.
All right. Then next up we have Parkon Iron Strategy.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect mix of advanced real-time strategy and futuristic warbot simulator with FPS elements in a highly realistic environment.
Review? Like, I thought we were describing the game.
Okay. I agree. 20 single-player missions, which form a series of epic scenarios involving action, simulation, and traditional real-time strategy. Oh, this game looks bad.
No, thank you. Don't need.
Man.
This looks like some 3DO shit right here. Yeah. All right, Godspeed. And then lastly, Danger Ground.
Okay.
Oh, when you click on it, you find out that the title is actually Dangerous Ground. His thumbnail says Danger Ground, but when you get into the actual product description, the name of the game is Dangerous Ground. Play a little or a lot. There's no skill ceiling, and you can always get better and better.
I don't know if he knows enough about skill ceiling.
Those who love platform games may think this is a single game, but hardest platformers ever made.
The hardest platformers ever made. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to read that sentence again because I'm not sure I understand it. Those who love platform games may think this is a simple game, but hardest platformers ever made. That is the sentence.
So, like, he definitely gave up on the second clause, man. He just let that one fly.
The hard part of the game is the impossibility of making no touch.
Okay.
Key features. Level to infinity. New traps. Are there old traps? Interesting obstacles and game mechanics. Beautiful graphics and animations. New mechanic. Easy to learn. Simple controls on keyboard. Okay, you guys, I don't often do this one, but I'm dumping this one into chat because it's just...
No.
Yes.
No! Why you curse us with this?
Play, like, 1,000 hours of Stardew Valley just to get this out of my mouth.
No, it's jump game. Why you curse us with images? Why you do this, Brian? It's after Halloween.
Yeah, man, I just did my Dios shit, man. I was in a good place.
This guy releases a lot of games on.
Do any of them need suspiciously hard graphics cards?
He did release a game called Elon Musk Simulator.
Nope. Goodbye. Thanks. Nope. Thank you. No, thank you.
What, don't
Goodbye.
you want to be like America's favorite CEO, Tegan?
Apparently he's gonna make mechs real, and now I don't like anime anymore.
I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. He's gonna make mechs real. I don't like anime anymore. No. Tegan.
Do you know how for how long I want to be a mech pilot just so I can be objectified in some skin tight outfit that makes me look really hot? I want that kind of body confidence, and Elon Musk is stripping it away because now I can't be a mech pilot. Fuck this.
Wait a minute. If he's making mechs,
Brian,
if he's making the mechs real, then doesn't
mechs.
What?
It's anime canon.
It's a rule. Only anime teenagers can fly mechs.
Oh.
I have to be someone who works in like a control situation now, and like
Fuck,
I'm not into
Monado?
that.
That's like the worst.
Yeah, especially if I got okay, but Monado's cool. Like, I gotta learn how to use a gun, but I don't want to have to learn how to use a gun just so I can work for Elon Musk. It's not happening. I would do it to work for Bill Gates. If Bill Gates wants to make mechs real, I'll be on board.
That could be cool.
They need to be competing factions.
They would have Microsoft logos on them.
That's okay. They'd have Xbox branding. I could be like Diva then. I'm okay with that.
Well, guys, I think that's mostly a show. Rocky, you want to tell the people what's up?
Yeah, sure. Hey guys, this has been our show. It was a little rough at first, but I think we mellowed out a little bit. If you liked what we did, or even if you didn't, please let us know. You can find us on social medias. Brian's on the Facebook, I'm on the Twitter, Tegan's on the Tumblr. Or, if you really want to tell us how you feel, please leave us a review on Google Play, iTunes, or Stitcher. And, as an added bonus, if you leave your review on iTunes, Brian will send you a special gift. He promises. There's music at the beginning and end of this podcast. It is produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, or you can find him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. We still have a Discord. We're on it sometimes. We occasionally stream. Brian's getting real hype for the Hitman streams that he's going to start doing.
So this is Wednesday the 7th, which means that if you're listening to this on Friday, pause this and go to Twitch and watch me murder men with fire extinguishers instead.
I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm personally excited.
It'll be cool.
I am absolutely thrilled. I have been, guys, I could be dead by then. Man.
By next Friday?
Shit happens, Rocky.
Fine, man. Brian, I believe, man.
All right.
Also, you guys might have a new senator by then. See how that goes.
Man.
I hope you voted again.
Yeah, guys, fucking vote. What the shit? Play the game. Stay on the board.
Rocky, it's too late to tell them to vote now.
No, I'm not saying. Like, I'm just saying in general. Like, be a person who votes. Be civically involved, man. Make sure your people are about their shit. Don't let other people fuck up your life around you. It's dumb. It's not worth your energy. Like, fucking go after it.
I can tell you that at least a third, if possible, coin definitely balloted for Kirsten Cinema. So I hope that worked out.
That's your Arizona person, right?
Yeah, she has a real shot, man.
I can't ballot for her because I'm not in that state.
That's how voting works.
Don't commit voter fraud!
Don't commit voter fraud.
Don't do that!
Like, almost no one commits voter fraud. It's actually really hard.
It's really fucking hard. Don't do it.
But if anyone is in the El Paso area, I might run for something next year. It'll probably be something super small. But stay tuned.
Get in on your local politics!
Rocky for $1 billion tequila.
Build your stuff from the bottom up!
From the bottom up, conquer your block, guys. First you conquer your block, then your hood,
Then the world.
then your city, then your state, then your country, and then the world.
That kind of just sounds like, at least the first third of it, like the plan that the Warriors have. The
Warriors had a good idea. They just had bad execution. Too many cooks.
It would have been different, man, if they hadn't shot Cyrus.
Yeah, true.
Tegan, I know our next movie that we're watching.
Yeah?
We're watching the fucking Warriors.
Yeah, can you dig it,
What
Tegan?
is it?
Can you dig it?
What's the Warriors movie?
Brian, send us home before Tegan finds it.
What is this? What the
Peace.
fuck is this? What is this?
Later, guys.
No!